So using the node voltage analysis to find VO, so let's first start by finding the essential node. So this is one essential node. And then this is also another essential node. They're all connected together, so there's like one node. And that's it. So let's put this as a reference node. So the S will be equal to 0, voltage is 0 here. And then let's call this V. Okay. And we write the KCL here. The KCL at yeah. So we have to look at all the currents that are going out of this node. One is here, -3. Then the other current is here, V1 minus 0 divided by 200. Let's look at the current here. So the current here is V1 minus this voltage, which happened to be 80 volts. V1 minus 8 divided by 20 plus finally this current going down. Okay, so for that one is V1 minus this voltage divided by 10. Okay, so let's just call this like a VA or something. So therefore V1 minus VA divided by 10 equal to 0. So this is the KCL for these 1, 2, 3, 4 branches that are coming out of this V1. But look at the VA. So VA, there's a dependent voltage source here. So here, as you see, plus minus. So this voltage minus that voltage is equal to 5I delta. So 0 minus VA is equal to 5I delta. This is for the dependent source. Dependent source. So therefore, VA is negative 5I delta. And what is I delta? I delta is V1 minus 80 divided by 2. Okay. Okay, so I delta, I can replace it here. And then we have VA, replace it here. And there's only one unknown, which is V1. We can easily find V1. Okay, so let's do that. So our main equation is this, the KCL. So to get rid of these small fractions, maybe we can actually multiply the whole thing also by 200. Let me do that first. And then, so 200 times this, and then I put also the negative, the other side of the equality. And then, so everything also multiplied by 200. So this becomes V1 plus 200 times that is 10 times V1 minus 80 plus 200 times is 20 V1 minus VA. Minus VA is 5 I delta equals to the 3 that comes the other side, and then times 200, which is 600. But also I delta is this. So for I delta, I have to write V1 minus 80 divided by 20. Okay, so here is just manipulating the numbers. So I have V1, I have 10 V1, I have 20 V1. So 10, 20, 30. Well, let's do this first. Let's simplify the whole thing. That is easier. So 20 V1 plus this 20 and this 20. So we have 5 here. And then the 20 and 20 just eliminate. So we get 5 V1 minus 5. That's the whole thing. Okay, sounds good. 20 V1 and then 22 5 V1. Okay. So yeah, V1, 10 V1, 20 V1, and then 5 V1. V1 times 1 plus 10 plus 20 plus 5. It's all V1 equals to the other side. We have 600, and then you have a 400, and then you have a minus 800, which goes there. So V1 becomes 1,000, 1,800 divided by 36. So let me calculate it. So 100 divided by 36 is 50. Yeah. So basically the only thing in this question was to just be careful is you have to take advantage of these voltage sources basically. So here, because of this voltage source, you had the 80 volt here, use that. And then here's the voltage source dependent here. You're mindful that, okay, there's the equation here that 0 minus that equals to 5 by delta. And then you use that to calculate to write the KCL basically.